Hey Graham, do you know what we're playing today?
I do, but the viewers may not. What are we playing?
We're playing Grandia II, the Anniversary Edition.
Cool.
Yeah, it's the new release, 15 years after the very first Dreamcast release, and it's pretty darn awesome.
Yeah. So, where are we now? We'll talk a little bit when we get in. But what's going on? What's going on in this tower you're in here?
Well, this is Ryudo, and he's a geohound. He was hired to be a bodyguard for a songstress for the Church of Granis, and he was supposed to escort her to this tower, then take her back from the tower, and suddenly there are monsters everywhere.
Okay. So what you're saying is it's a Japanese role playing game.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, great. Now that we've gotten past that, we can just get to the part that matters, which is anything but the plot of a Japanese role playing game.
Well, the plot here really isn't that bad compared to other games, when you think about it.
Well, I should say the premise.
Okay, that does
The,
make...
the charm of JRPGs is always the interaction between characters. The fact that he is a geohound, which is a made-up thing, kind of irrelevant. Why he's in the tower? He's in the tower because the monsters are in the tower, and it's a JRPG.
hmm
You know?
And the girls in the tower, too.
Sure, but like, that's just to get. Those are just reasons to get you to fight the monsters in the tower.
Right.
So, you know, let's not act like this is, you know,
Something
the
special.
great Japanese tale here.
Well, there are some cool elements to it. I mean,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
don't get me wrong.
yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
No, I'm not saying this is a bad game. I like this game quite a bit. But, like, the fun of this game is, like, the battle system. And it's got some interesting, enemies, some interesting dungeon layouts, some great voice acting, especially for the time.
Yeah, and it's got some great lighting, too. I mean, look at his... Well, you can't really see the shadow as well over here, but there are some great shadows in this game.
There are shadows in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big deal with Dreamcast era, you know?
hmm
This game has shadows.
I know, it sounds silly to say that, but it was. It was such a big deal.
Yeah. No, it looks pretty good at the time, and the difficulty with Grandia 2 was even in its first PC release in 2002, like those upgraded like PS2 release too. It's just kind of a muddy game just by necessity, with the technology of the time,
Yeah.
and so you could appreciate it then, but it's kind of hard to go back to. This Anniversary Edition cleans that up a little. It's not like a remake or anything. It's just you know up-resing it a little.
Yeah,
And
some
that
nicer
helps this game quite a
textures.
bit. Yeah.
I mean, that spider, when he was wiggling his butt there a second ago, he looked great.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you should definitely just kill all the spiders immediately. All the spiders. Just, I don't like spiders, Jenny.
Okay. Then you should like centipedes.
I don't understand.
Centipedes eat spiders?
I mean, also don't like centipedes.
Let's just go back to Grandia.
Okay. Nature is dirty, Jenny.
Yeah, nature, it's
Stay
terrible.
inside and play video games.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay. I was just out in nature. I can tell you, video games better than that.
I don't know, I hear the resolution outside is pretty good. It looks even better
Eh,
than this.
I mean, sure, it has high-res textures, but they're just the art direction on outside is not nearly as good.
Yeah, the sound is better in a game like this too. I mean, it's got a great soundtrack for the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I think the soundtracks of those times maybe hold up better than some of the games themselves.
hmm
Because, the the visual style of the PS1, Dreamcast, early PS2 kind of era, they're still kind of getting used to polygons. But for music, it was just like, well, no, CD quality music. Um, we can just give you CD quality music. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much the same quality of music that we have now. So that didn't have that like puberty phase of like, well, no, we still have to figure out this new thing. Like, nah, it's good music. We put it on this disc for you in this game, which is pretty cool.
It is. You know what they should have done as a bonus for this? They should have given people a soundtrack because it's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a licensing thing, but
Yeah,
well, yeah. I mean, who knows? I guess they own it completely.
that's true.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I know this game has some weird credits, because like it was published in different regions by like 6 different publishers since it had 3 different versions, and like it still has some like Square Enix copyrights on it because Enix published like the PS2 version or something. It gets weird.
Yeah.
But it's here. It's not widescreen. I wish it were widescreen. That would be nice, but I realize there's a lot they'd have to do for that. They'd have to put, say, Tales of Symphonia Chronicles level work to it, and I don't know if it's built for that.
Yeah, it's best that they just got it out for us, and we appreciate what we have.
Yeah, and frankly, the less money they put into it, the less it has to do to be successful, the more likely it is we get more things.
Right. Plus lower cost for people.
Yeah. It's $20, $15 at launch here.
Mm-hmm.
Should if you're watching this video when we're posting it, it should still be $15. If it's 20, then if you want to play a game for dozens of hours, you should probably be willing to spend $20 on it. I'm sorry. If you value your money that much more than your time, I'm not going to be a great judge of what you should spend your money on.
Yeah.
Can we find things that aren't spiders?
That's all there is in this tower. This is the Spider Tower. That's its
Okay.
unofficial name.
So you found a great spot, good spot. Hey Graham, we're gonna do this Grandia video. I found this wonderful spot. It's all the spiders.
Well, to be fair, outside it was all the birds, and inside it is all the spiders.
So, but you were like, let's go inside.
Well, you have to go inside. I mean, you want to save the girl and everything, right?
Yeah, but also like you could pick a different spot in the game to show, because we're just gonna show people spiders. What are you doing? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You know what? I will push through this. Jenny, let's talk about Grandia 2's battle system, because that's why you play
look at
Grandia
this.
2.
Okay, look at this. These are not spiders. Do you see this?
I see that they're not spiders.
Yeah, there you go. They are gargoyles.
Good chat, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about this battle system.
Yeah, the battle system, it's basic turn-based battle system, but it has a great turn order indicator.
Right.
Yeah, it's active battle like Final Fantasy. You can see at the bottom, Ryudo, his icon's in the bottom, all the enemies are on the top. If he chooses a skill, he'll slowly move toward action, and depending on the type of skill, he might go quicker or slower. And, ooh, I was hoping he'd get a counterattack off that, but still, he pushed the guy back, and it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's interesting because the standard JRPG, use strong thing, but it uses up your MP or whatever, is not the case here. It's just stronger things are slower, and basically every move kind of has the same like damage per second. It's just about deciding when to time your actions between the enemy's actions.
Right, like right there, I timed it just so he ended up countering his attack instead of taking any damage, and it was pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, the idle animations in this game are real weird. There are idle animations at all is kind of like a, wow, look at that, it's moving when it doesn't have to. They have system resources left for such things, but it's interesting to look at in this sort of up-resed form.
It is, and I kind of know what the funny thing is too. There weren't really that many games that had the actual action bar like that this time, were there?
No, I mean that was kind of the big deal with Grandia 2, right?
Yeah.
The first Grandia was fine. I'm not gonna. I can say very little bad about the first Grandia, but Grandia 2 kind of just worked on this system and built out this sort of movement. There's some of that, which is nice.
Yeah. It was kind of like Star Ocean.
Yeah, in a way, I suppose.
Yeah.
It kind of found a good middle ground in that era, and did something fresh and interesting when Final Fantasy was still cranking out basically the same game over and over again on the PS1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not not that there's something wrong with what that game was, but or that there was anything wrong with them iterating on the thing that made them, but like by the time you got around to Final Fantasy IX, it's like, well, how about like something different, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Grandia was good at being that, especially after so many bad attempts in the PS1 era at making JRPGs. You know, Beyond the Beyond sort of games.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is actually really good, and kind of, you know, it comes from Game Arts, you know, seasoned developer, spiritual successor to Lunar. Like, sure, it's the second game in the Grandia series, but it's not really a second game in a series so much as it's like a fourth.
Yeah. Sorry that took me a second there. It's like, the visuals are a little bit difficult to tell where the doors are and everything.
You're saying a Dreamcast game has a poor camera? I don't believe you.
Yeah. I mean, what are the odds?
Man, it's almost as if it's like the last system without a second analog stick or something.
That could be it.
Oh man, that's crazy though. What are you talking about? Speaking of analog sticks, this game supports gamepads.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
I'm not using one, but you can probably tell. Yeah.
You're keyboarding it up.
I am. I'm keyboarding it up. It's going pretty good.
Yeah, all things considered.
I mean,
this does seem like a good, you know, if you have a living room PC or if you can stream something there or any way you can just kind of sit back, play the game. Seems good to play it that way. It's crisp, but also like it's not. There's still a lot of this that feels and looks like a Dreamcast game, so maybe you want that distance a little.
Maybe. I mean, when it's a JRPG like this and it's turn-based, you don't really need to have a gamepad. It's very comfortable. You can take your time. It's not like you need quick reflexes.
Yeah, that's true.
This is really amazing.
So this game has a great voice cast. You may, if you hadn't played the game on a Dreamcast, you may recognize some of these people. I know the main characters are Cam Clark and Jennifer Hale.
Yeah.
Which, man,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, that's Commander Shepard.
Right.
It's crazy.
And like Cam Clark, I mean, what do we say about Cam Clark?
I actually don't remember him.
I mean, he's been in so many things. You will absolutely recognize him, but maybe like, you know, he's been in kind of most Tales games.
Yeah.
You know,
It kind of fits that he'd be in Tales games after this, because they do have a similar visual look.
Yeah. Certainly. I mean, whatever. He's in, like, he has one of the longest voice acting careers of anyone in the business, but, like, he doesn't have that iconic role, right? Like that, oh, it's Commander Shepard.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
a Tales guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to a degree.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing.
No. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because you go back and this was kind of the era when there were high-profile JRPGs using, you know, people who just happened to be in the office that day as their voice actors, and then there were JRPGs using famous people who didn't know how to do any voice acting. In fact, the worst of this is, I guess, the next Grandia game, Grandia Extreme.
Which you own.
PS2, which Dean Cain and Lisa Loeb in that. Because,
really?
I don't know, you knew the names, I suppose.
Oh man, I love Lisa Loeb.
Yeah, unfortunately, basically their entire localization budget went to Dean Cain and Lisa Loeb. But, like, I would rather listen to Cam Clark in a game any day because he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Which it was weird to see games like this because for a while there they kind of didn't happen.
Yeah.
Once you got to the PS2 era, you started to see a lot of that. But in this weird transitional period, there were a few high budget things that got good voice acting, and then it got really sketchy past that.
Yeah, and this was just one of the lucky few, and it came out pretty great.
Yeah. I think so.
Except for Sky the bird. I kind of hope that Sky talks again soon because he has the worst voice.
That's mean, Jenny.
What, is he somebody famous?
It's a mean thing to say.
He's a bird. I think he'll get over it.
I mean, the voice actor's not a bird, though.
Okay, the voice actor might be a very great, very nice guy. He might be really cool, but he was miscast for this part.
I mean, okay. You know, he was in Codename Steam.
He was?
Yeah.
Really? Who was he?
Yeah. He was Scarecrow.
Oh. Well, he was good as Scarecrow. He was
Yeah.
great, yeah.
Yeah. And you know who else is in Codename Steam?
Who else?
You know who else was in Codename Steam?
Who?
Do you know who else is in Codename Steam, Jenny?
Could it be Cam?
I guess I could have guided you in the right direction. Jennifer Hale.
Oh, yeah, she was in Codename Steam.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking you were going to say Cam because Cam has been in everything.
I mean, he hasn't been in everything. He's just been in a lot of things.
Okay, he's been in a lot of things, but it seems like the sort of thing that he could have been in because he does have that kind of repertoire.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know. Okay, so, like, I'm trying to come up with, like, actual, you would know Cam Clark from. He's Liquid Snake. I guess that's, I'm not a big Metal Gear Solid guy, but I guess that's probably, like, the thing you might know him as.
I've never played a Metal Gear Solid game. Well, I played the third one briefly, but...
Okay, alright.
I know him from this. I've played this and I recognize this.
Yeah, he's from this.
Yeah, and he's great in this.
Yeah.
So, do you know who does the voice of Millennia? I think it's somebody famous too.
That's Jodie Benson.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's...
I suppose she's also important.
Yeah.
Fine. See, I only care about video game famous people.
Okay.
Get out of here with your aerials.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that there was a Disney princess.
Yeah. Yeah, get out of here.
Okay, well, this is still... It's a great voice acting. It's almost a shame that there isn't more of it because these are really good people.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, you understand at the time there was budget and space constraints, but...
Yeah?
Yeah. It would have been nice. Even if Sky was miscast for this role. No, it was...
I don't have the problem that you have.
Yeah.
Why do you have a problem?
I think, no, maybe he had misdirection.
Okay. So you're just...
I'm blaming everybody.
Blaming other people.
I'm blaming everybody. I'm blaming everybody for the bird not having a good voice. Well, okay, having a not appropriate voice.
So let's go back to talking about Grandia 2.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so...
Right now they're just about to find out what their whole premise and what their whole plot is going to be. It's going to end up being a little bit different than you expect. Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're saving the world. You're kind of... Well, you'll see in a minute. Once I'm pretty sure that any second now we're going to see his whole new task with Elena. Like here, oh, they're going to delay Valmar's return, but these wings are inside of her now, so you want to get more of these parts of this guy, and somehow that's going to make it stop? That's going to make him not come and be evil?
See, once again, you're applying logic.
Yeah.
To JRPG plots. You can't, you know? You just gotta... Oh, explosion. That means start paying attention because you're probably gonna have to fight something. So maybe not here. Maybe this is a different...
No, you're not gonna fight anything.
It's usually like talking, flash of light, oh, demon, whatever. You gotta fight now. Right?
Yeah.
That's how I remember that part.
Yeah, Red Moon, person with scary wings.
Yeah, I mean, that seems... You know, if this were earlier in the game, this would be the early boss fight you have to lose and can't win unless you're in, like, your 19th New Game Plus.
Yeah. Very ominous. Yeah, of course. Well, who would honestly do 19th New Game Plus? I mean, everybody stops after 15.
Right. That's the secret, right?
Yeah.
Only the true believers get that far.
True believers now, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. She does look like a dark one. Look at those wings.
Feels like this cutscene's been going on for millennia.
Yeah. Whoa, that's pretty good there.
Yeah.
These really do take forever, and the thing is, there's no way to skip them either. Like, I'm button mashing that A key, and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our viewers can hear you button mashing that key. That's probably the most pleasant thing in the world for them.
yeah.
Good job. Oh, hey, close up here, and yeah, that's nice.
It is. It's a very nice visual effect for the time. And look at that lightning. Doesn't that look realistic?
Well, it looks nicer than I would have expected from the time. Let's not go so far as to say realistic.
Okay.
It's a JRPG. Come on.
Yeah. Just like
Is
that hairdo. That's not
Really not
realistic.
even striving for realism. I got a realistic JRPG. No, you don't. Get out of here.
Earthbound came kind of close.
No, it didn't.
It kind of had the Blues Brothers almost kind of in there.
Right, those also aren't real.
Yeah.
Those are fictional characters.
Yeah.
Okay. Good chat.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, what's going on?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're finally gonna get to fight again.
Okay. Let's do this thing.
We're not gonna win, but
Ah, yes. With question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark hit points.
yeah.
It's always a good sign.
Okay, I'm gonna have 1 hit point of damage. Oh. Well,
I mean, wasn't a pixel, so.
yeah. That's right. Run around the screen. Yeah.
I mean, that's the innovation in this game, you know?
Yeah.
There's running around.
Did you see that Stram?
Yeah.
That was fierce.
I mean, sure. You know, I think a lot of Grandia 2 may have influenced the Tales series.
I think you're right. It really does have a similar vibe.
Well, and prior to this, Tales had its battle system in 2D, right?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of implemented these sort of 3D areas at that point. I mean, it may have just been a thing with the technology, but it definitely feels like they were inspired by each other to a degree.
It seems like because Tales of Eternia came out in 2002 or 2000, same year this came out, and it was completely in 2D. So.
Right. And the first, like, sort of hint at 3D with Tales games was Symphonia?
Yeah.
And then it got localized, and then, hey, Cam Clark, you're used to speaking about running in 3 dimensions, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's how they cast it.
Of course.
The character you voiced last time would be really familiar with this, so... Right?
Yeah.
You're a method voice actor.
Do you think it could have also been Star Ocean too, though? Because Star Ocean was probably about this time period.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's the only one, but I think just like from like the camera work to the style of spells and things like that, there's definitely some similar approaches.
Yeah, and he kind of looks like Lloyd.
Well,
a little.
Let's not demean the guy.
Okay. Oh man, the Pope. They want to get in with the Pope so they can get money.
Okay. I suppose.
I never really thought of a Pope as being a rich man, but...
Well, I mean, you should, because that's the first thing that the Pope does.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Okay. Yeah. So, we've kind of seen everything, and...
We've seen everything. This is all of Grandia 2, according to Jenny.
Yeah, see these cutscenes? This is everything that happens. You have cutscenes that go for 15 minutes, 20 minutes at a time. It's like Metal Gear Solid cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know who would know a lot about Metal Gear Solid cutscenes?
Yeah?
Cam Clark.
Ooh, yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay. We're going to stop that. Grandia 2 is a lot of fun. I'm really glad to see it back. I am happy that Gung Ho has put it out over here. Gung Ho has been very good to people who like Japanese games. Especially, since it started like just randomly releasing untranslated imports on the PSN like a crazy person. That's great. So I hope we get some more stuff like this, especially with some of the Game Arts catalog.
That would be great.
But just, keep releasing stuff, Gung Ho.
Maybe Lunar 2, because that hasn't gotten any ports really at all, but,
Yeah.
But they'll do good. This will do well.
Do what feels best.
Yeah, do what feels best. If you loved Grandia 2 back in the day, go ahead and get it now. It's on sale, and it's a great deal for the amount of content you're getting.
And especially if you missed Grandia 2 back in the day, which you absolutely could have done, you should get it now.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. Isn't this cool?
Yeah, look, you have a little friend, and it's great.
You have a little friend, and it's great.
Yes.
Bye, Jenny.
Bye.